Hello, my channel mammals. Isn't it beautiful in here? I love all this wrought iron. It's wrought iron, yeah. And it's all made for gardens. It's beautiful. I love it. You want to come and see more of it? I'll show you more. Isn't it great out here? This is a great place to read a book. Nobody would know. You could be here all day and no one would know. Well, you know what? I did want to tell you about some idea. I'm really touched by it. Okay. Yesterday morning, Frederick called me from Germany, and he said, Victoria, guess what? A new patriot just joined up. He said, I've seen the name before in comments. Lots of times they've made comments, but I don't know who it is. And then he told me who it was. And I thought, oh, I know that person. And I was so touched, almost to tears, because my favorite part about what he said is that they made a $5, what do they call it, level. And I was so excited because I had just been I guess you'd say wishing, but maybe I was praying. I was really trying to see that nobody would be afraid to join up at that level, because that level, they might be embarrassed, or they might think that I would be disappointed, or that it wasn't even worth doing because it's such a small amount. And I just thought, you know what I thought of when I was praying about it? I thought of the story of the widow's mite. Do you know that story? Well, it's a story in the Bible, and I can't remember who it was who was telling the story, whether it was Jesus or some other disciple or somebody was telling the story about a woman who went to the temple where they used to go, and she was a widow, and widows didn't have anything in those days. And she loved God so much, and she gave all she had, which was one mite. And do you know what a mite is? It's so minuscule. They even call it a mite, which is a type of an insect that you can hardly see. But they call it a mite, and it's a type of a way, way smaller than a penny. It's so tiny that it hardly exists, and it's hardly of any value. But for her to give a mite was actually giving a lot, because she gave everything she had. And I just thought, oh, that's more important than a lot for somebody who could always get more easily. And she didn't think that she could get more easily, but she didn't care. She just wanted to give her all. And so it just shows that what's most important is giving what you feel is right, and what you feel you like to contribute, and that you feel is wise, or not even wise, but even just feels right. And also the blessing of giving to Patreon, through Patreon, is that we're going to have all kinds of ways of expressing gratitude ourselves. So we'll all be grateful. And the next thing that we actually are working towards, which we can probably get, even with the small amounts gathered together from different people, is, I'm getting stuck here for a minute. Wait a second. I've woven my foot into the steel. There. That's more comfortable. Well, anyway, what we need now is a gimbal. Do you know what a gimbal is? It's something that you put your camera into that moves very gracefully. So if something's, jerking around and you can't really follow it very well, and it's just, and the camera's just kind of bumping around trying to catch up with it. Well, the gimbal keeps the camera steady somehow. So even if a surprise comes and all of a sudden you disappear, well then, you will be the gimbal will keep it steady. It won't keep you steady, but it will keep the camera steady. Got it? Okay. Well, I just wanted to tell you that because people have been writing saying, could you please tell me more about Patreon? What is it all about? And this way, I was able to give you some kind of an idea of why I think it's my favorite concept. Okay, everybody, I'll see you next time, and we can talk about other things besides being a patron. Bye.